Good afternoon, KMTV News Update. I'm Emmanuel Davis. Nimba County Senator Prince Ward Johnson has alarmed over repeated threats by top government officials, including House Speaker Dr. Buffer Chambers and Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Koji, of the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia. Speaking in plenary, Senator Johnson alleged he received a text from House Speaker Buffer Chambers urging him not to pull out of the coalition because the War Crimes Court is not being signed because of him, Prince Johnson. Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Koji, at a recent news conference, says he supports the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court in this country because, according to him, Liberia is not a country of impunity but a country of law. Mr. Johnson said the threat comes every time he speaks truth to power. To substantiate his allegation, the Nimba County lawmaker displayed text messages sent to him by Speaker Chambers. It can be recalled Senator Johnson, after the defeat of the Coalition for Democratic Change in the just-ended Montserrado senatorial by-election, criticized and blamed the government for their own defeat. He said he was going to Nigeria to consult his spiritual godfather to advise him whether to continuously support the CDC or to withdraw such support. Well, efforts exerted to reach the office of Dr. Chambers proved futile up to press time. News coming from the National Elections Commission says the Board of Commissioners of that body is expected to hand down ruling into hearings it conducted after an appeal was filed by candidate Abu Kamara and team, taking exception to NEC hearing officer ruling. The ruling today will state whether there will be a rerun at 6 precincts or not in Montserrado Electoral District number 15 between Abu Kamara of the Coalition for Democratic Change and Telia Uri of the All Liberian Party. NEC hearing officer recently ruled that a rerun be conducted at 6 precincts. Those precincts are disputed and quarantined in District number 15. The Board of Commissioner ruling is scheduled for 2 p.m. today. Margibi County District number 2 Representative Ava Jones has dispelled reports accusing authorities of the county of violating the budget law of Liberia. The Margibi County Caucus and delegates at a special sitting joined Montserrado and Bon counties to waive a $6 million US debt owed the 3 counties by China Union. But Senator Oscar Cooper argued that the decision was not in conformity with the budget law and other instruments of Liberia. A cross-section of aggrieved Liberian women on yesterday gathered at President George Weah's Foreign Affairs Ministry office to protest against domestic and other forms of violence perpetrated against women. The women named increase in rape, continuous marginalization of women at various workplaces, most especially in government, as some of the cases that need to be considered a national emergency. As you watch on your television screen, the women gathered in number to protest on yesterday. Speaking to reporters on Wednesday, the protesting women seeking redress said violence against women is a violation of the domestic violence bill passed by the legislature. The women at the same time called on President George Weah to retract his statement against female candidates for the sake of peace, and also want the suspension of Police Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner Walker Race. Here now is women's rights activist Mobido Harriet.
Mr. President, in light of the above, we call on you to take the following action. Ensure that the Liberian National Police and the Ministry of Justice investigate the police officers who witnessed but did not intervene in the assaults in District 13, District 15, and at the National Elections Commission. We request an independent and impartial investigation into these incidents and that the results be made accessible to the general public within 2 months. Number 2, we call on you to immediately suspend the current notified of the Liberia National Police, Commissioner Walter Reyes, for his repeated refusal to intervene in violent assaults against citizens perpetrated in his presence and order an investigation in his conduct for further punitive action. Number 3, in the interest of peace and to create a safe political space, retract your statement calling for violence against female political candidates and institute a zero tolerance policy against government officials and political parties making comments that promote violence and derogation against women and girls. Number 4, provide increased security presence throughout District 15 in the days immediately preceding and following the reroll date and until the winner is announced. Particular attention should be given to the 6 precincts that fall under the NEC's mandate. All security personnel assigned to this detail must be professional in the execution of their duties. They must be well-resourced, seasoned, disciplined, and impartial security professionals who take their mandate seriously.
While receiving the petition from the women, President George Weah says his government remains committed to the protection of the rights of every Liberian and will ensure that Liberian women have a safe space in this society. KMTV News Update, Emmanuel Davis, good afternoon.